Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode.
I really miss my homies, even though you're gone away. I know you're in a better place. Welcome, little mamas and Gentiles alike, to another phenomenal episode of My Mama Told Me.
The podcast where we dive deep into the pockets of black conspiracies.
And we finally work to prove the conspiracy theories of you, the listeners. My name is David Borey.
I'm Langston Kerman, and I like that little MLK affect you threw right at the end. Yeah.
I was also singing a little bit on the chorus. I'm trying to diversify my portfolio.
Yeah, I think maybe we should put a little more remixes into the intro language. Why
Say
not?
less. I'm trying to be the Black Weird Al.
Oh, okay. Untouched territory.
I'm that new shit.
Yeah, I think the closest thing to Black Weird Al is Lil Duval right now. So this is wide open territory.
Yeah. No, I could do a lot with this space. I take their songs and make them stupider.
Creep. Let's figure out how we can make that black.
And the problem is when you make it black, you make it better.
That's true. That's going to be soulful. And now we understand where all that creepiness comes from. It's not just white angst.
And this is the difficulty of being the Black Weird Al.
That's true. Yeah, it's too much of a compassionate figure and not just an odd person.
Yeah. I'll figure it out.
Weird for a reason, Al is
yeah. Fully motivated Al. I understand why he did this, Al.
Yeah, complicated Al, it sounds like is what he should be called.
Truthfully, Al with a lot of feeling.
We have a conspiracy theory. It's a motherfucking mini episode. We always talk to the listeners. We read your emails and find out what y'all got to talk about. Against our will. We don't give a fuck about your thoughts.
We are forced into it.
Yeah, we couldn't give a shit, but you demanded, and here we are. We'll service you, I guess.
You greedy little pigs.
It was the way you whispered it that I think made it feel fucking naughty.
When at low tones, my voice can be quite sinister.
It scared me. But we got an email from a person named Jasmine. Do you want to? You're gonna kick it off?
Yeah, I'm gonna read it. All right, we got the email was titled, "Is Usher y'all's Beyonce?" Hey. I'm a queer black woman, and I don't have close relationships with many straight cis men. Sometimes I skip episodes of My Mama Told Me if they seem too cis. No offense, love y'all.
Okay.
Hey, listen, I think it's a great movie. I don't want to watch Paris is Burning every night.
That's true. Okay.
You know what I mean? So it teaches all.
You know what? That's fair. There are some things that are maybe you go, I don't think this is for me. And I'm not mad that it exists. And frankly, I support it as much as I can, but this one ain't going to be my thing. And maybe some of these episodes fall in that category for you.
Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, Usher comes up.
I'll say this. I think Rob Hayes takes it personally that you don't listen when he comes on. But yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah, Rob does not like it. Watch Frontin'.
Yeah, Rob has a new special. It's called Frontin' anyway.
Yeah, anyways. No offense, love y'all. Anyway, Usher comes up on this podcast a lot. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you realize this, and not just current events. You are regularly talking about this man's career and your feelings about him at different stages of your life. I do have one cis male friend, and he is also pretty regularly talking about Usher to me.
Can we pause for a second? Yeah. I don't like this. I don't like the way that Jasmine is choosing to phrase this. I recognize that she's not, there's nothing sinister necessarily in the way that she's saying it, but it isn't loving in the way either. You know what I mean? Like,
no, it feels definitely separate, but not equal.
Yeah, no, I don't like this one bit, Jasmine.
There's a condescension, right?
I want you to know that I know you're talking down to me, Jasmine, and I'm not just going to sit through a whole email and not mention that.
Hell yeah. That's right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, she does have a cis male friend. He's also pretty regularly talking about Usher to me. I texted this theory / question to him, and he responded, "Get out of my head." So I assume I'm onto something there.
Yeah.
Hours later, I was in a Lyft, and the older black male driver smelled good, wearing a rimmed hat, opened up the door for me. You know the type.
A Lyft driver opened the door for you? I don't know the type. That's the coolest motherfucker that's ever lived.
You know the type for me is like Philadelphia Eagles hat, just smoked a cigarette. That's the type of Lyft driver.
You know, the type that I get is a motherfucker who already planned what he was going to talk to me about before I even said a word.
Yeah. Do you like house techno? But all right, so we know the type. I assume just an old nice guy, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Was totally silent until an Usher song came on and he sang along. The whole song. The spirit moved him. The next day, my friend sent me some tweets about Usher doing some anime shit that I don't really care about.
What?
But I assume that's also the purview of straight men. Yes, the thing your one straight man friend said to you is how we all feel. So what's going on here? How does Neo factor into this? Neo, you put some mid up? Fucking.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's be careful here. You finished the email because now we're being nasty. You're being nasty.
I'm not being nasty. Compared to Usher, Neo.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on. Yeah, I understand you want to stand up for him. He seems like a good man, but let's just be for real about this.
Okay.
Is this actually displaced Michael Jackson fandom? Oh, well, all right. Now you're being a jerk.
Yeah, Jasmine, you got a shitty attitude, sister.
And if you're going to be reductive, I think it should be a better point. But whatever.
But she says thanks.
Yeah,
Jasmine, and then she ends it.
Yeah. Sorry, I got weird at the end.
Let's just start from the beginning before we unpack all of the mean things that Jasmine attempts to sort of slide into the end of this email. What do you think that we have an obsession with Usher? Do you think secretly we're a little in too deep with Usher?
Yeah, possibly, but I think I would argue that it's less of a cis male thing. I even struggle to say a cis thing in general, as opposed to Usher was a part of the zeitgeist, and you can't really take that away because you think it's cis male specifically, because I think it was pretty cis female as well. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Usher's not 4 dudes. Me and Langston are just kind of bitches. Me and Langston are soft, and that's why we talk about him so much. That shit's for ladies.
And not for nothing, I do think Usher was just so fucking cool for a few generations of people that it's hard to pretend like he didn't hold this giant substantial place in our lives. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
He fucking meant the world to us as children and then as teenagers. And now, if you've seen The Residency, if you've been a part of anything that Usher continues to do, you're like, this motherfucker still got it.
Yeah. I think to me, it's more, I wonder how old you are. And maybe that's me being whack too. But it just seems like if you're of a certain age, the guy, he's a king for a minute. You know what I mean?
I kind of think
the only R&B singer to make it from my childhood to my adulthood.
I kind of think he's the best of a genre. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think
there's a case for it. Yeah. Definitely.
If we're really qualifying R&B, because I don't necessarily consider Michael Jackson R&B. I think he's a
pop music.
Yeah, he's pop. I think that there are a bunch of people who sort of fall into R&B, but then if we're really categorizing them, can find their way out of it. Prince ain't R&B. He's his own
also,
shit. Like,
as complicated as it is, my Michael Jackson fandom is pretty accurately placed. I'm openly
I'm a
fan
big
of
fan.
fan of that guy.
I can't fix it.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not like
what
I
do you
didn't
want me
like.
to do?
Because I don't think Usher compares. But anyway, that's not the point.
Yeah, what do you want me to do? Stop listening to the Free Willy song? I can't do it. I love it too much.
That was if you could take one from the whole category. you.
Will you be there? That's the one I pick.
All right.
I throw my hand up, Willie jumps up.
Come on.
And it's Willie Lynch.
They don't know
we got to make that a t-shirt of just the boy from Free Willy with Willie Lynch jumping over like the whale from Free Willy.
We'll send it up to the design team.
But point being, I really do genuinely believe that Usher might be the greatest R&B singer ever. I think that there's a fair argument inside of it, certainly lasting longer than all of our other heroes that predate him. And so, what do you want me to do? Not like him? I can't. I love him too much.
Yeah, I also really don't think it is. I guess what I don't like about this email is you making it seem like it's like, is this just some dumb thing cis men like? And it's like, Usher's huge.
He's pretty big. He's doing the Super Bowl.
It's a really, it's like, to say it's just specifically black cis men, it's like, all right, ask your aunties and uncles.
Yeah,
and cousins. I feel like you're outside in the box, Jasmine. Your feelings are hurt.
There have been less Super Bowl performers than there have been presidents, and Usher's going to be one of them. Relax, Jasmine. We picked a guy.
Nelly wearing 2 jerseys. The Rolling Stones, all titans of music.
Shakira, sort of, with J-Lo, because they couldn't headline together individually.
But they came together to make a good thing.
They did a good show.
Yeah.
I'll say this, and I've been very vocal about this on the podcast, and I think it's a controversial take. Usher is not my Beyonce. Bruno Mars is my Beyonce.
Yeah, you have said that a lot of times.
That's who I stand by, who I'll scream about and pass out if he ever walked past me. And I might not notice him because he's a little fella, but if I do notice him, I'm gonna scream out loud.
Now, all this being said does beg the question, who is our Beyonce? I think that's the real question that's been brought to the table today.
Well, I've been clear. Bruno's mine. But I am curious to hear yours.
I do have a lot of basic. What's the black male term for basic bitch? Because I have those tendencies where I'm like, I think it might be Jay for me.
Sure. I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. DMX in my heart, Jay in my mind.
Right. Where like in what I want to believe in is the DMX ideological sort of representation. But if I had to put on a thing where I just mindlessly am listening to my favorite music, Jay-Z is the correct answer.
Also, where have the Bucks gone to? I have seen Jay-Z in I paid to go see him at T-Mobile in Las Vegas, like up front. You know what I mean? I bought a lot of Rockaware stuff and no returns on those investments. So like if we're talking about where I put my money and state property clothing,
dog,
which now I think you could maybe get at Marshall's. I mean, yeah, if I think Jay would be my Beyonce.
You know what's crazy is we are in sort of like this weird renaissance of clothing where like a bunch of things that we wore in the 90s and early 2000s are suddenly late 90s, early 2000s are suddenly becoming in style again. And even then, young people have chosen not to put on Rockaware jeans. You know what I mean? Like
it was for hot boys of the time. You just can't understand that feeling of walking into school with a fresh Rockaware hoodie.
With some Rockaware and some S dots. You remember S dots?
I did not have S dots. I didn't have S dots. I didn't have G units.
We all thought that Reebok was the right collection to invest in.
Yeah, they were weird looking shoes. Is the problem?
They weren't good. No,
they were not good.
I knew it was a mistake because Jay-Z didn't wear them.
That's exactly it. Like, that is exactly. After a point, he didn't really wear Rockaware either anymore.
Nah, he immediately pivoted to being like, I wear button-ups now. Wait a minute.
I'm 30 plus.
Something shifted in this young man's mind. He's grown and sexy now.
But hey, Jay, what do I do with all these sweatbands? I spent all my allowance on sweatbands.
But Jay, I've been creasing my jeans this whole time. What do you mean? You're changing.
I have one of those beanies with a brim. You know, from the shirt, dust, turn off your shoulder video.
Oh, man. He made some bold choices.
That was a bad hat.
It's also crazy that we listen to fashion advice from Jay-Z. Do you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like he was like ubiquitous with any version of like cool style. He was just a nigga in big ass clothes.
To me, someone who admittedly does not dress great, it was a lot more accessible than like, I don't know what Clips is talking about. I don't even know the words that they're saying.
That's fair.
Where am I going to get a babe? I'm 15.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, Jay-Z's fashion was available at the mall.
Yeah.
And in our era where internet shopping and sort of like sleuthing out for like rare designers was not as easily accessible, if you were just a motherfucker that caught the bus to the mall, it was easier to believe in Rockaware and Fat Farm and all the other hip-hop brands.
Go to Underground Station or whatever your local hip-hop attire store was in the mall. Maybe it was Mr. Something's. Maybe it was owned by Chinese people for some reason. Yeah. I don't know you.
That's not our business.
I don't know where you're from. So, Jasmine, I think, by the way, that I've gone around the horn. I was sensitive about Usher, and you got me there. And now I'm just back to like, yeah, Usher's great. I don't think he's my Beyonce, but a big part of my life.
I think he's a phenomenal artist, and I don't know that he's my Beyonce, but I certainly think he's in my Destiny's Child. You know what I mean? Like he is right. Highly ranked in all of the categories for me, and I'm not ashamed of that. And I don't think your friend should be ashamed of that. I don't think Bori needs to be ashamed of that. And frankly, Jasmine, I think you would benefit from listening to a little more Usher. And maybe enjoying a little more of what he has to offer the world, because it might make you a kinder, maybe less backhanded person.
Yeah.
Neo, should we cover the Neo of it all? I think Neo's greater than you gave him credit to be.
As soon as I said that, I started singing Busted Baby in my head.
Come on.
I just think that
independent.
No, I know the songs.
That's why I love her.
I mean, how many albums did we get from Usher versus Neo?
Oh, I don't think they're comparable. Let's be clear.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to. I don't want to get into that dangerous game.
But the Neo songs are good. You're right.
I think Neo's better than Mid. I think.
Yeah, you're right. I think
Mid is a dangerous categorizing of Neo. Yeah. I think Jacquees is Mid. I think
that's
Neo
fair.
is
that's very fair.
Is a heavy hitter in the industry.
My oh man, my sister would be so mad if she heard me down talking Neo.
What?
She just loves Neo.
Does she? The nigga with the bald head who wears fedoras?
The guy you just came for, making me feel bad.
Yeah, but I don't. It's not like I would make that my signature. I just will defend him when people are shitting on him.
Shout out to Gracie, Grace. She likes Neo, man. I don't know what to say.
Well, good for her, and Jasmine, good for you for calling it out. You're so fucking brave to point out that we like Usher. Wowie, wow, Jasmine. I hope you feel strong. And I hope whatever lady you're eating out enjoys the episode.
It's going crazy. Oh, you are hilarious, man.
No, but thank you for sending the email, Jasmine.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
It's like, to us.
Yeah, it's like a funny angle for us to talk about. Nice to you.
You want to tell the people where they can find you and what cool shit you have?
Cool Guy Jokes 87 on Instagram. I'm working on dates for the rest of the spring and summer now. They'll be up soon. And then, listen to this, like and subscribe. Watch out for the live episode.
Yeah, do all of that stuff
show.
and follow me at Langston Kerman. I'll be over there on all the internet platforms and shit. And if you want to send us your own conspiracy theories, if you want to send us your own drops, if you want to tell us who in fact is our Beyonce that is not Usher, that we have somehow overlooked, I think some of y'all are going to claim it's Lil Bow Wow. And frankly, I don't think that's an unfair argument either. Send it all to mymommapod@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you and buy the merch. It's available at merchcentral.com/mymommatoldme. And that's the whole shebang. Bye, bitch.
I want you to know this. If your prayers include me to stop drinking, stop smoking, and stop having fun, and stop watching these little bitches pop their ass, if your prayers include any of those things, they're not going to work because I'm rejecting them all, and I will be continuing in my same wicked ass motherfucking ways. I guess that's the way you want to put it.
Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode.